Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, policeman seriously injured in two-vehicle crash in St. Anne. A detective corporal attached to the Runaway Bay Criminal Investigations Branch in St. Anne is in serious condition in hospital following a two-vehicle collision along the Laughlands main road yesterday. It is reported that about 12:55 p.m., the corporal was heading to a crime scene when he failed to keep left and collided with a Toyota Corolla station wagon. Both drivers were injured during the crash. The corporal reportedly sustained multiple injuries to the head and upper body. The vehicles were also extensively damaged. The injured men were taken to St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital, where they were admitted. The corporal is said to be in a serious condition. Mark Golding draws the line against the wrongdoers in party hierarchy. Opposition leader Mark Golding says he intends to lead an executive with a zero-tolerance policy, asserting that wrongdoers will be booted. Golding made the comment during a People's National Party meeting in Stewarttown in the St. Mary Western constituency on Sunday, where he presented Omar Woodbine as the standard-bearer for the general election due by September. Charged by the support of party faithful, Golding continued on what has now become a predictable talking point that the country needs a government with integrity and a prime minister who has been cleared by the Integrity Commission. The PNP president said too that the country needs a prime minister who has signed the anti-corruption body's code of conduct along with members of his government, arguing that Prime Minister Andrew Holness is not in good standing with the IC. Golding said his administration has taken an antagonistic approach towards the body. It is a disgrace to Jamaica that our head of government is in that position. If it was me in that position, who would I take with myself? I wouldn't have the effort to say I must continue to run the country when my thing not straight, Golding said to cheering comrades. Noting that the country has entered an election year, Golding said Jamaicans get to decide whether they are moving forward with a new government in a new direction, pointing at the same time to the high cost of living and the sluggish industries. He told the supporters that a lot of work will need to be done, but that the PNP is up to the task and will be approaching it with a clean hand and a clean heart. And if any guy miss, him now go really go forward with me, because me not in the hanky-panky business, said Golding. Comrades, all I can say to you is let us put in the effort. The time is politically good, flowing in our direction. We must put any little isms and schisms aside, any little personality conflict in us and each other, and make sure that we work together and deliver the victory, said Golding. In the meantime, he accused the government of selling future assets to secure funds for election goodies, pointing to the US $480 million it will receive following the placement of a bond in international capital markets. The bond was upsized from US $440 million. It spans 12 years and will pay interest of 6.75%. They're selling future assets and 12 years of income from the Norman Manley International Airport, and they're spending it on trying to win an election on gimmicks and feel-good policies that won't last. So they're taking the future income for present-day satisfaction. That is poor fiscal management. And they're talking about selling equity in Trans-Jamaican Highway to fund them budget again. I want to hear what their plans are to make sure that those resources build human capital, so that tomorrow can be better than today for the Jamaican people. We don't hear nothing from them yet, Golding said. NCDA warns against alcohol misuse. The National Council on Drug Abuse is warning Jamaicans about the dangers of alcohol misuse. The council says new evidence reveals a direct link between alcohol consumption and cancer. Findings from the World Health Organization and the United States health authorities indicate that alcohol is a major contributing factor for at least 7 types of cancer: breast, colorectal, esophagus, liver, mouth, throat, and voice box. Colette Curlew, Principal Director in the NCDA's Prevention, Public Education, and the Treatment Branch, says that there is no safe level of alcohol consumption, while acknowledging that the higher rate of consumption increases the risk. Ms. Curlew says that these findings are particularly relevant to Jamaica, where alcohol consumption is widespread. The NCDA says its research also revealed alarming trends in binge drinking, defined as consuming 5 or more drinks on a single occasion. More than 40% of respondents admitted to engaging in this behavior, further exacerbating their long-term health risk. Ms. Curlew cited the cultural normalization of alcohol as a significant barrier to reducing harmful drinking, with rum seen as a cultural emblem embedded in festivities from birth to death. She says the NCDA's efforts to address alcohol misuse has intensified, with the entity implementing education campaigns, harm reduction initiatives, and early intervention programs. Tensions rise as a JLP councillor warns a party over Samuda's replacement. Senior Jamaica Labour Party councillor Lee Clark has endorsed Delano Seabright to succeed St. Andrew North Central Member of Parliament Carl Samuda, warning the party against imposing a candidate on the constituency. "I am a supporter of Seabright," the 82-year-old seasoned politician told the news on Saturday. "He has been a grassroots politician. He's been in politics. He has lost an election. I don't know of the other person. I've never seen that other person work." The endorsement fuels tensions over Samuda's long-held seat as the JLP prepares for a general election by September 3. Seabright's primary challenger appears to be Christian Tavares Finson, whose father, Tom, is Senate President. Tom previously ran against Samuda in 1993 after Samuda defected to the People's National Party. Despite reportedly having senior JLP backing, Christian Tavares Finson faces resistance from the constituency's leadership. Clark, a veteran councillor in the constituency and a former Kingston mayor, said no when quizzed on whether Tavares Finson's political credentials convinced him that he should be the party's pick. "And I don't think the people would say that because you would have to see that person," he added. "People should work with the people on the ground, because you can't say you just go into politics because of tradition or anything like that. You got to do something," said Clark, who has represented the Whitehall division in St. Andrew for 43 years. He cautioned against the recommendation of candidates who lack grassroots support. "Sometimes that is not good for politics or the people on the ground. It's for the benefit of those people who recommend them," he said. Clark has asserted his influence, adding, "I know who I will support, and I carry a large number of voters in my division." The long-serving politician said he has only seen Tavares Finson once, while Seabright has been involved in the area. The other division in the constituency, Norbrook, is represented by JLP's Susan Senior. Contacted yesterday, Senior said she would get back to the news with a position on the matter. Up to press time, however, she had not called back. Questions submitted yesterday to Christian Tavares Finson and the Seabright were also not answered up to press time. Despite multiple meetings involving Samuda, constituency leaders, and the JLP hierarchy, no clear successor has emerged. However, area Labourites insist there is one Seabright who they say is the party leadership's first choice. Seabright, a senior advisor in the tourism ministry and the former head of the JLP's Young Professional Group, was unanimously elected constituency vice chairman in November 2024. While Samuda has not endorsed a candidate, he said he was in absolute agreement with the decision and that he is impressed by Seabright's intellect, party knowledge, and organizational skills. Samuda has maintained that constituents will decide his successor. On Saturday, Clark reiterated, "We are going with our MP." The situation is further complicated by Samuda's reconsideration of retirement, driven by the lack of a clear successor. JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang revealed last Friday that Samuda may stay on longer for a smoother transition, noting the importance of maintaining stability. A top JLP insider told the news that the leadership prefers a candidate unfavored by Samuda but wants to avoid a runoff and a pre-election fight over a safe seat. The strategy is to protect the leader as well, and all of these safe seats, and the transition presents an opportunity to have persons who will have the leader's back whenever he needs defenses down the road. Samuda is not someone you want to cross as well, explained the official, who was not authorized to speak on the situation. Chang said that the 82-year-old Samuda, Jamaica's joint longest-serving parliamentarian, may extend his tenure for a smoother transition. He is having second thoughts about how he exits. That's basically his position. It is a good seat. He has served over 40 years. You don't want any reduction in the seat. We'll handle it the best way we can. And that's the way we are looking at it now. Maybe the interest of the organization is to let him stay for a while, he told the news. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.